Hi, you guys. This is Matthew Allen Kinney, and I'm the writer of Just Like You. And this is a video promo for that book that I am giving away for free on Kindle this week from April 1st to April 5th. Just to give you a little bit of background about the book, this is a memoir and a coming out story from college from about 25 years ago that got me into writing. So it was kind of the first thing that ever actually prompted me to write. And I published it about 3 years ago. And one of the reasons I'm doing this promo, there's a couple reasons, but I've never really promoted this book. I just kind of put it out there that if it was available, and I know I've had some great responses from it, that it would be a tool for people struggling with their own coming out process, as well as dealing with maybe bipolar disorder, mental health issues, depression, suicidal tendencies. And I know those are all pretty dark topics, but that's actually the premise behind the book. And one of the things that I know has happened over the last 20 years in being an educator and a college coach is that the coming out process has gotten significantly better. I mean, it's definitely, whether it's easy, I don't know if that's necessarily fair, because I think it's still a very internal process. I think the resources, I think the support systems, I think the way we talk about coming out and the issues facing the LGBT community right now are much, much better than the generation that I had growing up 25 years ago and going through this process. So that part of it aside, I do think that the mental health issues, the stigma attached to being bipolar and dealing with depression, as well as suicidal tendencies, the things that we still don't talk about, and at least we don't talk enough about from the standpoint of how prevalent they are in our society. And I think that's one of the reasons that I actually wanted to do a promo for this book as well, because I think even if you can't relate to all the topics in it, and obviously you won't be able to relate to all my swimming analogies and all those kind of things, I think the message that you need to find a way to have support, and you need to find a way to combat these type of issues if you're facing them. That's really what I want to get across, not only in the book but in this blog right now, where I've always felt that one of the biggest challenges that we face is feeling alone and detached in this world. And if you've dealt with depression, and if you've dealt with bipolar disorder and a number of other issues, you know that can seem very overwhelming and can be very overwhelming. And it's what I think kind of helps lead to suicidal tendencies and really people hurting themselves as well as others. So the idea, I guess, that I want to really get across is that I've always believed that by sharing our own stories and by making people feel like somebody can relate to them, and maybe they can see pieces of their own struggles in your struggles, there's a sense of familiarity that kind of helps you stay grounded, and knowing that you're not alone, that you're not the only one feeling this way, that you're not isolated, that there are resources available for you, and hopefully and trying to help direct you towards those resources. So, for me, swimming, counseling, therapy, friends, whether it's medication, whether it's the church, whether it's other sources for you, those are there. And I think as you're kind of getting through this life and really trying to thrive in this environment, the best thing that I can tell you is have those resources in place. And I think if you have those, that's probably your best first line of defense against dealing with some of these things. And if you're not somebody with struggles with these issues, and I know there are a lot of people that don't as well, I know you may not understand them, but I can't implore enough for you to kind of realize that they are very valid, the very powerful feelings that some people face, myself included, and that you being a part of that defense for your friends or family that might face these kind of things, the more that you understand about this is not something that people can just get over. This is not something that people can just work through. Some people actually face true chemical and emotional issues that you may not understand, but if you can open your mind to that, you might be a bigger support to them than you realize. And I guess that's the thing I want to leave with you guys today is, as we've kind of gotten closer in this world with the exchange of information, and I think the world's a much smaller place, but I think there's also this sense of detachment and this sense of removal because of the way we communicate anymore. And I don't think that helps when people are struggling with mental health issues. I don't think it helps feeling more detached when you feel like people can't relate to what you're going through. And like I said, it's something that I really want to continue to push. And if you are struggling with those things, the last thing I want to leave you with is reach out to somebody. Reach out to family, reach out to friends, reach out to suicide prevention hotlines. There are systems in place, look for them. I know I've mentioned a lot of them in not only the book, but on my Facebook page at Matthew Allen. And I implore you to kind of use that not only to keep yourself safe, but keep others safe around you. So if you pick up this book, it's free. And, like I said, if you have thoughts or suggestions for down the road, I'm always open to that. You're more than welcome to reach out on my Facebook page. It's in this link, as well as it's Matthew Allen 412. And, I hope you pick up a book. And if you get a chance, let me know, and all the best, and have a great spring. All right, take care. Bye-bye.